Simon Sinek says, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. If you want to be able to lead and inspire others in your life, you first need to discover what it is that makes you do what you do. Simon Sinek, the author of Start With Why, explains that we can all achieve greater success by inspiring others, and today I want to tell you how you can do that by starting with why. Firstly, I will talk about those companies that do not start with why. Then I will shed some light on the concept of the golden circle. Thirdly, I will discuss the importance of trust and why leaders need a following. Next, I will explain how you can communicate real value to inspire others. After that, I shall briefly go over why leaders may lose sight of their why and end off with how you can succeed in inspiring leaders over a long term. To start off, I want to talk about those companies that don't start with why. We live in a world today where business is predominantly based on manipulations, but that doesn't get you more than a few sales. Our class discussion on the article Marketing Discourse and Practice made me realize that long-term success is not based on just profits, but in building a customer loyalty. Those who wish to lead successfully should hence take the alternative path of inspiring others using the Golden Circle method. Secondly, I would like to introduce you to the framework of the Golden Circle. There are 3 concentric circles with the why or purpose of the company in the center, followed by how they're different and describing what they do as the outer ring. I have understood that I can inspire others only when I start from the inside out and know what my true values and beliefs are. I will now cover the importance of trust and why leaders need a following. In order for us to be successful leaders, we need to gain the trust of our followers, and we can only do that by putting our values into verbs. So instead of saying we have integrity, we should say we always strive to do the right thing. This gives us a clearer idea as to how we should act. I have learned that when we believe someone has our best interests in mind, it ultimately benefits everyone. A rare look at the Luon Empire of Lululemon article reiterates that Sinek's concept that our main goal is not to do business with everyone, but with those who believe what we believe. That is why Lululemon's customer base is only of those who embrace their yoga lifestyle. When you start with why, people are drawn to your beliefs, not your product. My next point is to communicate how you can talk about real value to inspire others. We all aim to be charismatic leaders, but knowing how to inspire individuals is very important. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. may have had a dream and inspired a movement of millions, but Ralph Abernathy was the one who made the dream into a structure and made it a reality. I even learned in the Designing Branding lecture that tattoos give us an identity about who we are. Similarly, Simon Sinek makes reference to those who have Harley-Davidson's logo tattooed on themselves as embodying Harley's beliefs. Like tattoos, we should use tangible symbols that people can point to and say, "That's why I'm inspired," so that we can rationalize our emotions into words. Next, I want to shift gears a bit and touch upon why leaders may lose their way over time and lose touch on their why. Simon Sinek says when our why becomes unclear, there's a split that occurs within the organization. So leaders need to make sure to keep their main goal and purpose in focus at all times. When Walmart lost its status as an inspiring company, it was because Sam Walton's successors abandoned his belief, thus losing focus on its why. Even the article Microsoft's Lost Decade demonstrated how Microsoft's practice of stack ranking prevented them from flourishing because they slightly let go of their why. Finally, I want to tell you how you can guarantee lifelong success as a leader. So referring back to the example about Apple, even when Steve Jobs went missing for a few years, Apple continued to succeed because of their consistent belief in changing their status quo. If you stay true to your why on an ongoing basis and focus on competing not with others but with yourself, you will be better than who you are and you will remain successful. In conclusion, I just told you about how Simon Sinek's leadership strategy and starting with why and as well as using the Golden Circle structure to create a leader following that will build trust in others and inspire them to believe what you believe. So I highly recommend this read to get further insight as to how you can be an inspiring leader. So to end off, Here's some food for thought. Ask yourself why it is that you get out of bed every morning.